the time, we be pubbing on the grind. If it's LJ from Houston, pulling up stats, you'll be pulling in stacks, hitting bookies from the back with no Vaseline. I need green and upsea quantities for a fiend, save the dreams for a king. This is H-Town, home of the lean. Astros is the team, and we rock it. We rock Texans for life, you can't stop it. Together like brothers and bets and jets.
And I'm so Houston. Always be proud of me. Always be proud. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy. I'm back. Week 14, NFL. We here, LJ from H-Town. Top of the morning, Sunday. About to give y'all my best NFL props for Sunday. So let's get right to it. We got comments already in the building. AOD, what's good, my guy? Yeah, man, we about to get this money. So let's get right to it, man. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I know people trying to get up, get their coffee, get their breakfast going. So let's just start off, man. We're right here. We're going to this Cleveland game, man. We got the Browns +7 going out to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And of course, I believe the Steelers are going to win this game, but let's go on and jump on Najee Harris, guys. Anytime touchdown, +112, simply because Browns give up touchdowns, and they've allowed a rushing touchdown in 5 straight games, not to mention Najee. He's also had 3 touchdowns, 4 out of the 6 games that Wilson has been the starter. So it's either him, Warren may get it as well, but I'm going to trust Najee since I believe he's going to get most of the carries. So if they get down in the red zone, offense, probably a punch it in with Najee simply because he's the bigger back. So we're going to trust Najee today just because of our consistency that I've seen the Browns giving up rushing touchdowns. So Najee Harris, guys, anytime touchdown today, we got it at +112. Let's go over to this one. We have Seattle going out to Arizona. Revenge game. Seattle just beat Arizona 2 weeks ago. And this is for division right here. I believe Seattle's leading the division. But I believe Arizona's going to want to come to play today and revenge that loss that they had 2 weeks ago. I believe Kyler Murray is going to try to have a good game today as well. He threw a bad pick in that game to turn the momentum going into halftime of that game. So I believe he's going to have that on his mind, and he's going to want to have some redemption today. And I believe when Kyler Murray, he looks for his tight end a lot. Trey McBride, we're going to go over 6.5 receptions -105 because he's had 12 catches in 2 straight games. He's averaging 6.5 catches on the season. And for the fact that he's had 7+, 4 out of his last 7, Kyler Murray, he gets in trouble. If they can't establish the run game today, Kyler Murray's going to want to pass. He likes to scramble around and get out of the chaos of rushing. And Trey McBride's going to be a safety net today. So I believe he'll try to force feed him, if they have to get first downs, if it comes down to a broken play here or there. Kyler Murray can trust Trey McBride. He's been consistent all season since he's came back early, part of the injury early in the season. And over 6.5 receptions should be good money today. Like I said, he's had 7+, 4 out of his last 7. May get more. He may get double digit because he had last 2 games, like I mentioned. Let's trust Trey McBride to get those 7+ receptions today, guys. Let's go over here. Buffalo Bills versus the LA Rams. And this is going to be a good game. I believe the Bills still win the game. I just believe they're the better team. They have the better momentum. And the fact that the Rams cannot stop the run and they can't stay on the field long enough to have possessions, I believe the Bills will control this game. And I think Josh Allen will have a good day, man. So I'm going to jump on Josh Allen, over 1.5 touchdown passes, -118. And I took the anytime touchdown, -125. I believe that's good juice. Josh Allen, over 1.5 touchdown passes, 5 out of his last 7 games. And he's had a rushing touchdown the last 3 games in a row. He went to LA, I believe, 2 years ago. And I believe it was like the first game of the season. It was a nationally televised game, I believe, because the guys, we were all on stream watching that game. And I cashed in that game on Josh Allen because he had a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and they won the game. And I believe I had a nice parlay with that parlay, but he had 297 in that game and 3 touchdowns. The game that I'm talking about, and he had a rushing touchdown, 56 yards. So I believe Josh Allen. He's going for the MVP most likely. Had a good season, and I believe the Rams are just too vulnerable on defense to try to give any resistance to this Bills offense right now. So I'm going to stick to the main guy that's going to have the ball. He's going to have the possessions, and he's going to make the plays. So Josh Allen, guys, anytime touchdown, -125. And we're going to take the over 1.5 touchdown passes, -118. Easy money right there, I believe, for Josh Allen. He should control that game and keep the Bills rolling. Let's go to this one, guys. Justin Jefferson, 6+ receptions, plus 85.5 receiving yards, +102, and I tied the touchdown plus the win at +140. Now, Vikings are playing the Falcons today. Falcons, Kirk Cousins coming back to Minnesota to play his old team. And I just believe the Vikings are just better, especially on defense. And the fact that Kirk Cousins has been struggling as of late, I believe that Flores defense could bait him into mistakes and turn the ball over, simply because he's had 11 interceptions in his last 14 home games inside. It's somewhere around there. It's some stats where he's had a lot of interceptions indoors in dome buildings. And this is an indoor dome building, guys. And Kirk Cousins can easily make a mistake today. But that said, I'm going to believe that Sam Darnold, he's going to have time to throw the ball. Falcons don't have a pass rush at all. I believe he's going to be back there, probably calling his wife, just taking his time, trying to pick apart that secondary end. Justin Jefferson is the main guy on this team. We know that. He hasn't had it, he hasn't hit the touchdown in quite a while. But Falcons have a soft defense. And I believe that Darnold can take advantage of that. So I'm going to jump on Justin Jefferson today at home to have a good game, simply because he likes to play good at home. And the fact that he's averaging 106 yards at home, averaging 85 yards versus the NFC. So I believe that's good money to me, man. Let's trust Justin Jefferson to get back to his catching ways. The Falcons allow 258 receiving yards on the road, and they allow 71% completion percentage to the wide receivers, which is the highest in the NFL. So Sam Darnold should be back there, have his way, and I believe Justin Jefferson should have a 100-yard game today, guys. So I tied the 6+ receptions with the 86 yards, and I believe he gets the touchdown. The Falcons have allowed 2 touchdowns to the receivers the last 6 NFC teams. So, it should be Hutchinson. It should be a lot of Addison, and, Jefferson should be right there to take the advantage of the Falcons' poor pass rush. So, yeah. Let's go Justin Jefferson, guys. 6+ receptions, plus 85.5 receiving yards. And we're going to take the touchdown and Minnesota to win. Let's go to this one. Raiders, guys. Going out to Tampa Bay to take on these Bucks, who cost me money last week, guys. Bucks cost me money last week. I had the first half over Carolina. They couldn't come through. But, hey, let's bet that we're going to get that money back today, which I'm going to mention later on. But we're right here, Tampa Bay, and we got the Raiders. Now, I believe Tampa Bay wins the game, but I believe the Raiders have the advantage on the other side of the ball. And Brock Bowers has been a monster for these Raiders, guys. Great draft pick coming out, and they knew exactly what they wanted, and they knew exactly what they needed. So it don't matter what quarterback is back there, because they're playing musical chairs with quarterbacks all year with the Raiders. Brock Bowers is continuously going to be consistent. And over 67.5 receiving yards, -118, I believe that's good money. I mean, that's money in the bank to me. Just because the consistency of what he's been doing all year. He's hit 71 yards 5 out of his last 8 games. And he's averaging 7 catches for 74 yards on the season. So 70 yards could be easy for Brock Bowers today. Tampa Bay, they give up a lot of yards, as we saw last week versus Carolina with Bryce Young. So whatever quarterback's back there with the Raiders, they're going to have to throw the ball because they can't run the ball. So they're going to have to throw. Brock Bowers is going to have a lot of opportunities to make plays in this game. And let's trust the yards for over 67.5 receiver. He should get that easily. The Bucs are allowing 12 yards of completion to tight ends, which is worse than the NFL. So let's keep taking advantage of that worst defense for the Tampa Bay at the tight end position. Brock Bowers should have a good day today. So Brock Bowers, over 67.5 receiving yards, guys. Who we got? Town finest. Yes, it is, man. Been on vacation, been chilling, but hey, we back and we trying to get this money. So let's keep it going right here. Oh, I got an interesting one right here. NFC East parlay. I have Malik Neighbors, 6+ receptions, tied in with Brandon Arbery, over 1.5 field goals for the Cowboys. And I got a plus 136, guys. I'm just trying to find ways that we can get paid, easy ways to get paid. Don't always have to look for, teams to win the game, whatever the case may be, because sometimes these teams have bad quarterback play, and you just got to take advantage of whatever consistency of how they're, moving the ball or scoring. So Malik Neighbors, 6+ receptions, guys. Last 5 games, he's had 6+ receptions. So, hey, I'm going to continue to ride that. I believe that's all the Giants have on their offense, to be honest with you. And so as long as Malik Neighbors is in the game, guys, we're going to take advantage of him. He's a dog. He's going to go after the ball. He's going to make plays, whatever the case may be, even to put his body on the line. This guy's going to make a play to catch that ball. Those are guys that we can trust to get us paid. So Malik Neighbors, 6+ receptions. Let's tie with Brandon Arbery, over 1.5 field goals. But we're going to have to wait till tomorrow night because he plays for the Cowboys. But I believe 4 out of his last 5 games, he's had over 1.5 field goals. How else can the Cowboys score, guys? They can score field goals. Brandon Arbery, he can get you a 60 easy, simply because Dallas offense stalls. We already know that. So, hey, let's keep trusting the guy that's putting up points for them. And we can tie it into Malik Neighbors. Get us some nice money. So, long as we can be patient and wait till Monday night tomorrow, plus 136 should be in the pocket for Malik Neighbors, 6+ receptions, and Arbery, over 1.5 field goals, guys. Let's go to this one, guys. We have John Romo, plus McLaughlin, plus Boswell, over 1.5 field goals, plus 384, guys. And the reason why I tied these in, because these 3 consistently have been scoring points for their team. First of all, John Romo, 11 field goals made in his last 4 games, averaging 2 field goals in those games. And that's the Minnesota Vikings field goal kicker, ladies and gentlemen. So, hey, like I just mentioned, I believe Sam Darnold is going to move the ball today on the Atlanta Falcons defense. And, hey, if he comes up short in the red zone here and there, he can trust his field goal kicker to get him at least a 50, close to a 60-yard field goal. These guys should be able to get that, especially if you're on a good team that moves the ball. You should have a field goal kicker that could get a 55 to 60+ yard field goal if you need him to. So I believe John Romo will be able to have an opportunity to get 2 field goals today, because the Vikings offense may, stall every now and then in the red zone. But as long as they consistently can put up points, I believe they can consistently move the ball and control this game. Now, McLaughlin, 7 field goals made in his last 3 games, averaging 2.5 field goals the last 4 games. And not to mention, he's playing the Raiders. Raiders defense allow over 1.5 field goals, 10 out of their last 12 games, ladies and gentlemen. So let's trust Tampa Bay's field goal kicker. Same thing. If they stall in the red zone, he should be able to get you a field goal, because he gets a lot of opportunities, because we already know the inconsistency of the Bucs offense. They can come down there, score a touchdown. Next, they can punt. Their offense is real inconsistent. But if they come up with a big play, get into the red zone, get in field goal position, hey, let's trust their field goal kicker can cash in today. And the fact that he's had 7 in his last 3, I believe he's going to have the opportunities to get those 2 field goals. So, and let's tie it in to the Steelers kicker, Chris Boswell, over 1.5 field goals. And simply because he has been the man for this team, because the Steelers don't score a lot of touchdowns as well. You know, they like to run the ball, you know, establish the line of scrimmage and control time of possession. So I know Chris Boswell will be able to get over 1.5 field goals today. I just believe it, simply because 3.5 field goals made in his last 4 games, ladies and gentlemen. 3.5 a game he's averaging. He's averaging over 1.5, 5 out of his last 6 games. 18 field goals made in those 6 games. So I believe all 3 of these field goal kickers are going to have opportunities to score points because of their offenses getting inside field goal positions and giving them attempts. So let's tie all 3 of them together and let's cash big with over 1.5 field goals for John Romo, McLaurin, and Boswell, plus 385, guys. And I believe that is all I have for you guys. Now, we're going to go to this one because we already know, if you saw the Pick Show Friday with me and Marley, that I'm heavy on the Eagles today. I believe this is a bad spot for Carolina. Bryce Young has never won or covered for the most part in this situation as a plus 13 underdog on the road versus the NFC outside of his division. This sets up perfectly for the Eagles to smash today. So I have a lot of props and plays in this game, but I'm going to be on Jimmy today. Betting with the Bag, NFL Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio. I will be the last anchor of the show today, and I'm going to give out all my plays in this game because this is the only game that I have today, and I have a lot of plays in this game. So y'all tune in. Pub Sports Radio, Jimmy, NFL Pub Hub, around maybe right before kickoff, you know, around 11:45, 11:50 Central Time. That'll be 12:40 around that time, Eastern. Around that time, I'm going to be on there. I'll be the last person on the show. I specifically requested that because I wanted to give off everything that I had in this one game. So tune in, guys. Pub Sports Radio, NFL Pub Hub, LJ from Houston will be on there, holding down, giving up the anchor of the show. And not to mention today, appreciate y'all for joining in. You know, go follow, go like, go subscribe, man. Go share this video. Let the people know this is how we're going to eat today on this NFL Week 14 Sunday slate, guys. So until then, next time, appreciate everybody, man. Like I said, we're going to run it back down just so y'all know. We have Najee Harris, anytime touchdown, plus 112 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We have Trey McBride, over 6.5 receptions, minus 105 for the Arizona Cardinals. We got Josh Allen, guys, over 1.5 field goals. Over touchdowns, plus anytime touchdown. We got it at minus 125. We split it up. No need to parlay. Let's get that money when we split it up. And we got Justin Jefferson, 6+ receptions, plus over 85.5 receiving yards. Got it at a plus 102. And we got the touchdown, plus the win at plus 140. We got Brock Bowers today for the Raiders, over 67.5 receiving yards. I believe he eats today versus that soft Bucks defense. We have our NFC East parlay. Malik Neighbors, 6+ receptions, plus Brandon Aubrey, over 1.5 field goals. Get us the nice plus money right there, guys. And we got some more people coming in right now. Barry Roselle, let's get it, my guy. Hey, you know what we do top of the morning Sundays, man. We're trying to get paid in the NFL today. Let's go. Boudreaux Walker, I see you, my guy. So, yeah, man, all y'all, appreciate y'all for commenting on the show. Appreciate y'all for following. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. So, until next time, I'm LJ from H-Town, Raw Words Podcast. Let's get this money today, guys, in this NFL. And like I mentioned, tune in. Couple hours, I'll be on Jimmy with the Bag, giving out every play of the Eagles game because we will cash in this Eagles game today. You know, my bankroll heavily depends on these Eagles today. So get the job done, Jalen, Saquon. Let's get it done today, guys. So until then, I'm LJ from H-Town, Raw Words Podcast, and I'm out.
Yeah, RAW, words being served, no concern and no trouble to get that dough. Money on my mind, if it's money all the time, we be pubbing on the grind. If it's LJ from Houston, pulling up stats, you'll be pulling in stacks, hitting bookies from the back with no Vaseline. I need green and upsea quantities for a fiend, save the dreams for a king. This is H-Town, home of the lean. Astros is the team and we rock it. Texans for life, you can't stop it. Together like brothers and vets, injects cash in your pocket.